Hi, my name's Morgan and I work for a charity called Young People Cornwall. We're a youth work organisation and we try to provide support to children and young people across the county. The way we normally work is we would normally meet face to face where possible. More often than not this is in schools or youth centres, but typically we can meet anywhere that's available in the community. However, as I'm sure you're aware, currently schools are closing and we have this social distancing thing in place because of the coronavirus. So what that means for us is, well, obviously we can't engage people face to face, so we are trying a new approach. We are going to try and engage young people over the internet, over Skype, Facebook. There's this new thing I'm hearing about called Zoom. I've never heard of that, so I'll check that one out in a bit. And we're going to try and offer this service so we can still support children and young people across the county. But obviously with the current climate, not face to face. So the project that I work on, I work with a team on the Hear Our Voice project, and we aim to support children and young people who are struggling with mild to moderate mental health concerns. So things like depression and low mood, or anxiety disorders like social anxiety, separation anxiety, panic, phobia, those sorts of things. Now, like I said, normally we'd meet up and we'd have an assessment to check suitability for the way that we work, and my role and the team that I'm in we're wellbeing practitioners, and what we do is low intensity cognitive behavioural therapy, and I can explain a bit about what that is. And that's sort of the idea of the video, is because we can't meet face to face, we can post videos and you can access it and you can watch it, and maybe you think that it would be suitable for you, it might help you. Or maybe it might help a friend, you could recommend it to a friend, or a couple of you can sit down and watch it together and try and help support each other with any concerns that you may have at the minute. So what is low intensity cognitive behaviour therapy? Well, cognitive behaviour therapy is an evidence-based practice that is used for the treatment of common mental health disorders. So we look at your cognitions, which are the way that you think, your behaviours, which are the things that you do, and we try to make sense of them and if one is affecting the other. So if we look at the model, now you have to bear with me here, I've only got a sheet of A3 paper at the moment. I'm hoping to get a whiteboard or some flip chart paper. But as I'm sure you can imagine, the supermarkets are a bit busy and a bit packed, and we haven't had a lot of time to prepare for this. So bear with me, please. Here is the model for cognitive behaviour therapy. So you'll see at the top there we have thoughts, and then over here behaviours, emotions, and down the bottom bodily sensations. Now, in the next video I'll probably go into this a bit more to explain what each one is. I don't want to talk for too long because I don't want to bore you, basically. Plus I don't want to overload you with information so you go away more confused. But what I would like you to do is to have a look at the model, and you'll see it's got arrows pointing all over the place. So thoughts, behaviours, emotions, bodily sensations, they've all got arrows pointing to each other. So what I'm going to ask you to consider before the next video is, what might this mean? What might this tell us about our thoughts, our behaviours, our emotions, and the bodily sensations that we experience? Okay, so when I meet with people face to face, they can struggle a bit with bodily sensations, so I'll give you a heads up on that. Sometimes when we worry about things, we might notice that our heart beats faster, or we get sweaty palms, or we can feel a bit trembly, or all sorts. So bodily sensations are the things that we notice in a situation, perhaps. Or if you're feeling low, you might feel a weight on your shoulders, or perhaps a lack of energy, that sort of stuff. That's what we're thinking in terms of bodily sensations. So yeah, that's the model for cognitive behaviour therapy. Like I say, the aim of the videos are to try and support you in making some changes that might help or might benefit your mental health. Like I've said, unfortunately at the minute, meeting up face to face isn't an option. So we're taking the steps that we can and experimenting in different areas. Like I said, I'd never heard of Zoom until earlier, but a load of the team are already figuring that out and trying to engage people with Zoom. We've got Skype. I can just about do a Skype call. I've got a steep learning curve for me at the minute. We've got telephone conversations if you would prefer that. We can check in on emails, we can text. Yeah, so we've got a whole load of different options that we're trying to explore to try and help you guys, the young people of Cornwall, and your family, if you're struggling with anything in terms of your mental health. What I will say before I finish the video, I hope you tune in for the next one and we can start to explore different areas of CBT. But if you're struggling and you're concerned for your own safety, be that from a mental health concern or risk to other people or risk from other people, then included in the comment section or pinned to the post or in the video description, there are a list of numbers that you can call to talk to people, you know, like a 24-hour helpline. So like I say, if you are at risk or if you know somebody that you're worried about, there are a selection of numbers that you can call for 24-hour support. So like I say, have a think about the model. What are the arrows showing about each area of your life? Give that some thought and we'll explore that a bit further in the next video. Hopefully I'll have some better resources by then. If not, you're going to have to make do with my terrible drawing, I'm afraid. Yeah, so tomorrow maybe, or maybe the day after, hopefully I will have created another video and we'll explore the model in depth and then look at what treatment options are available and how we can address our mild to moderate mental health concerns. Thanks for your time. I'm trying to pause it on the laptop. Hang on.